Hello, I am Pramod Kumar. Today our topic is easy way to improve English. And today I will not talk anything which you don't know. Everything that I will talk you very well know. But even then we will reiterate it in a good way so that we get to learn something, right? So I have jotted down some very important message here given by Flora Lewis, was an American journalist. Learning another language is not only learning different words for the same things, but learning another way to think about things. So, when we learn a different language, it's not that we are learning a language or to know meaning of different words in a different language. No. What we do, we learn another way to think about things. We get a different perspective, a different outlook. We learn another way, additional way to think about things, various things, right? It was said by Flora Lewis, an American journalist. I think it is one of the most appropriate statements in respect of our topic. Anybody will ask why I should do this, right? Why I should try to learn another language, or why I should try to learn easy way to learn that. So this is the reason, because we get a great advantage of learning another way, additional way. We are already having one way, by way of the language we already know. So this gives us another way to think about things. It gives us another perspective, additional perspective to look at things, to think about things, to know about things, right? So the first and foremost formula that comes to my mind is, the first and foremost formula comes to my mind, start early. Means, if you are going to do this easy way to improve English, learn the easy ways, it is always good to start early, as in any other aspect of life. And the earlier we start, the better it is. So, what is the best option? The best option is to start today, right? We should take the first step in this direction today. Start early. The earlier we start, the better it is, and the best way is to start today, to make a beginning today, not tomorrow. Why should we wait for tomorrow, right? Next is, as a routine, we should inculcate a habit to read one English newspaper each single day, right? Every day, as a matter of routine, right? Now what happens, you may say that it will take lot of time, right? But we need to remember that we want to learn it, we want to make it easy to understand, to improve. If we have got no level, to know. If we have got some level, to improve. So what happens, in case there is problem of time and money, that also can be sorted out. What you can do, you can buy one newspaper weekly. See, you find it difficult spending money every day buying one English newspaper. So what you can do, you can buy one English newspaper maybe on a Sunday. And this English newspaper you can read through the week, half a page one day, another half a page the next day, still another half a page the next day. That way you can do, and you will need to buy only one English newspaper in a week, and you read partially through the week, right? But here most important thing is be regular, right? You must not miss even a single newspaper to buy on a Sunday, and you must read at least 15-20 minutes every day without missing out on any day. Now, why that is important? Here, affordability of time and money, right? So, here I would like to mention Abraham Lincoln, who was the president of the USA. He was very poor. All through his life, he didn't have even one complete year of formal education. So what did he used to do? He used to borrow books. So there was a point of time when around 40-50 kilometers of his house, there was no house left. There was no book left which Abraham Lincoln had not borrowed and had not read it several times, right? So at least you can buy one English newspaper every week and read partially all through the week, right? But you must be regular in this practice, because this you have to do as a matter of habit, as a matter of routine. Next point is, what happens? See, language is like a treasure. Here we are trying to learn a language, and the language which is not our language. So it is like a treasure. No treasure is filled in a day or two. It takes a fair amount of time to fill it up. So you will need to be regular for a considerable amount of time, right? Next is, what to do? You will have to do one thing. You will have to have at least one good quality grammar, translation, composition book with yourself. And the best thing is, here when you go to buy a shirt, you always try to pay 20 rupees more, 50 rupees more, but buy a better shirt. So here also you try to buy a good quality book, right? So that you can get better things in that. Good quality grammar book. And here you can do one thing. You should not go directly to the higher secondary. You can start with the primary level. So here, what is the mantra? Start from the scratch, right? Start from the scratch. Initially you go for the, what is that? Primary and secondary standard books, good quality, good publication books, right? And do all the possible exercises and try to do it as many times as possible. So what will happen? The more the number of times you exercise, what will happen? Your confidence will increase, your perfection will increase, right? So good quality grammar, translation, composition book you must have of your own. You must possess, you must own it. And you must start from the scratch. Don't think that I am in higher secondary, so I should be buying of higher secondary. You generally you should start preferably from the scratch. You can buy one grammar book of primary level, one of secondary level, and start from the primary level, right? Because missing out on those things which are there in the primary level and reading the secondary level book will not help, right? So here you will find, here Abraham Lincoln, He didn't have even the fundamental knowledge of grammar, but he knew his weakness and he knew what other people used to talk about his low level of intellect. Abraham Lincoln didn't have even fundamental levels of knowledge of grammar, but he worked so hard, he worked so long that he became one of the most read people in the history of America and also of the world, one of the most revered leaders of the world, one of the few leaders, right? And he didn't have even one complete year of formal education in a school or college. Everything that he did, almost everything, was by way of self-education, self-study, right? Because he was so poor. Now, next stage, what we can do, whenever you are reading anything in English, anything for that matter, whether it is a newspaper, a magazine or a book or anything, what you must be doing, you must have at your hand a good quality dictionary, and each single word that you don't understand, you must consult the dictionary, because once you allow one word to go past you without understanding, knowing it from a good quality dictionary, you will develop a tendency to allow unknown words, unknown phrases to go past you without ever trying to know about them. So, whenever you make it a practice, regular practice, whenever you are reading anything in English, newspaper, magazine, book, periodical, anything whatsoever, novel, you must have at your another hand, if you are reading in the right hand book, left hand you must have a good quality dictionary. If your book is in your left hand, you must have in your right hand, at your right hand, a good quality dictionary, and you must not allow even a single word to go without you referring it to the dictionary and knowing it. So here what happens, you must be persistent, right? You must think about yourself. I will not allow any word to go past me without understanding its meaning, without knowing what it means, right? Good quality dictionary you must have. Be persistent. You think yourself, why should I allow any word to go past me without knowing about it, without understanding its meaning? I will not allow any word, even a single word, to go past me without knowing it, right? Then, while in the process of learning, we are talking this about those people who are in the process of learning or who want to improve their English, right? So what you should be doing, whenever you need to think about any topic, try to think and converse in English, right? Suppose something has happened in your family or neighborhood and your local language, mother tongue is Hindi. So you try to think about those incidents, events in your mind in English and try to converse in English as if you are conversing. Then for this purpose you can try to look for a like-minded friend who is like you, who also wants to get into this. So you try to converse with that friend of yours in English whenever, whatever you are talking about. Or if you are not able to find a suitable friend for this purpose, you do both the roles yourself. You converse as if you are conversing with your closest friend, right? You play both the roles yourself. You would have seen dramas, plays, A and B, two actors are there, but actually there is only one actor, A. So A speaks its part, comes here, and just by coming here, he or she becomes B. Now he or she starts speaking as if he or she is B. After delivering, once again comes here, that B becomes A. once again it plays the role of A. So if you are not able to find a suitable friend for this purpose, you play both the roles yourself. So what is that? Help yourself, right? Now, and playing both the roles yourself, it will serve the same purpose, almost same purpose. What is your purpose? To think in English, to converse in English. So if you could not converse with somebody else, you converse with yourself, presuming you are two persons. It will serve almost the same purpose, right? Next, every day make it a regular habit, regular practice to write at least one page in English, one full page in English like this, right? On any topic, whether that topic you like or don't like or dislike, you choose any topic, you write in English. Whatever you can write, in whatever way you can write. Share that piece of paper with one of your friends. Tell him to read it, right? And then you tell him that he should write one page of English in English and give it to you. So he writes one page for himself and give it to you to read. So what happens in this process? Both of you help each other learning something. From your writing, your friend will learn something. From his or her writing, you will get to learn something. So both of you get to learn something from each other, right? So there you get some sort of synergy. Both of you combined together are helping each other. So earlier you were one force, then you become two forces, and both of you help each other, synergy, right? Then what happens? There are three things with which you must be close friends, right? And what are those three things? All those three things are books. You must be close friends with three books. What are they? We have already mentioned two. We will mention again, right? A good quality grammar translation composition book, right? A good quality dictionary, and third one is there is a book, Word Power Made Easy. This book has been written by Norman Lewis, and millions of this book have been sold by Norman Lewis. One of the best books to develop your English, more particularly vocabulary, grammar. Word Power Made Easy, written by Norman Lewis. So these are the three books you must have. And though this book is very popular, online this book is available for very cheap, right? And you should always try to go for the latest publication, because every latest publication has something new added to that publication, right? So go for the latest publication. A good quality grammar book, a good quality dictionary, and Word Power Made Easy. This is the name of the book, written by Norman Lewis. So you must make friends with these three books, right? Because once again, language is a treasure. It cannot be prepared, it cannot be had within a short period of time. It will take some amount of time, but you must be regular, you must be persistent, it can be done, right? Now, what happens Many a times what happens, we don't know that some person knows, but that person may be knowing. So whenever you find some person, any person, whosoever he or she may be, if you think that person knows, so you must ask him or her, right? Any person who knows, you must ask him or her, because of the simple reason, he or she knows. And what is the issue with you? You want to know. So that's the difference, right? He or she knows already, and you are the person who wants to know. So you will approach any person and every person who you think knows, and you want to know. So go to that person, approach that person, seek help, right? Any person, try to learn from any person who you think knows and who could help you, right? Next thing, whenever you are approaching higher levels of education, if you are in 10th, you will go to 11th, 12th, you will go to graduation, post graduation. So most of the high quality books of higher education, most of the good quality books of higher education, most of the reference books of higher education are available in English. So it's very necessary, essential, if a person is interested in higher education, it is very essential that he or she is good at English. It's not mandatory, but when you are going ahead in your academic career, so most of the good quality, high quality books will be available in English easily, right? And then what we will do, we will go to certain formula kind of words or phrases or sentences, right? So in the learning process, what are the things you must be doing or you must not be doing in the learning process? You must not hesitate in asking anybody, whosoever you think he or she knows, go and ask, seek help, right? Then never think your question could be idiotic. Never think, right? Never have the feeling that if I ask and the person whom I am asking thinks that my question is idiotic. Never ever think like that. Because if you think like that, you will always be hesitant in asking any question, right? So don't hesitate. Don't ever think that your question could be idiotic. That is a question for you. How do you know whether it is relevant, sensical or idiotic? You don't know. You will know only later on, because that is a question for you, right? Then one more thing is there. Don't continue. Do not continue to keep yourself under constraints. under constraints. And most of which are self-imposed, right? Nothing can constrain you. The meaning is here, do not continue to keep yourself under constraints. And most of these constraints are self-imposed. I am not saying all. Most of these constraints are self-imposed. We impose those constraints on ourselves. It's not that somebody from outside puts those constraints on us, right? So don't continue to be under constraint. Constraint comes, allow it to go, come out of it. You come out of it, or you allow the constraint to go. You come out of those constraints. Most of the constraints that we face are self-imposed, imposed by myself on me, yourself on you, right? Right. Then what you should be doing? You must follow the practice. Ask, ask, ask. But before that, you must, what you must do? Try, once again try, and try once again, right? In the process of learning, you must ask and ask, right? Because you are in the process of learning. But before asking, you must try, means you must have put in your efforts before asking. It should not happen that we start from asking, I start from asking without putting my efforts in that, right? I must be honest, I must be sincere in putting my efforts first. Once, a second time, a third time, and then I should be asking. Asking once, asking twice, asking thrice, asking one person, asking second person, asking third person, no problem. But before that, we must try, and then we must ask. This is also must. If you don't know, if you have tried, you have failed to know, you must ask. But before that, you must try yourself first. Your labor must go into that, right? And finally, these are the things which we need to take care in the process of learning. We must not hesitate in asking. No hesitation, no embarrassment in asking. Never think that your question could be idiotic, considered as idiotic by the other person. Let him or her think whatever he or she thinks. You ask if you don't know. Do not continue to keep yourself under constraints, most of which are self-imposed. Most of the constraints that we face, we feel they are there, are self-imposed. We imposed on ourselves. You must ask and ask. But before this asking, you must try. Right? So now we come to the concluding part. And what is that? That is exactly opposite of what we have written at the top. What we have written? We have written easy way to improve English. But how do we close this session? We close this session in exactly the opposite way. And what is that way? right? So our topic has started like this: easy way to improve English. We discussed everything for 20-25 minutes, and finally we come to a conclusion. No one ever got it easy. Means whosoever tried to do this, he or she never got it easy. It was always difficult. It was always cumbersome. It always demanded hard work. It always demanded consistent efforts. It always demanded that you are regular, you are persistent, you are not going to give up. Right? So I am sorry for writing something which is quite opposite of how we started. No one ever got it easy. There is no shortcut. Right? So this is all from me. I hope you found it good. In case of any clarification, you may please approach on my email ID, which will be there at the thumbnail to the video. Thank you very much.